If you have, I don't recognize it.
It's a really good GIF. Peter Rabbit. It took me like I first saw it like a year ago, and I asked the dude what where the GIF was from because on Twitter you can't save GIFs because I hate that and I hate
Yeah.
Twitter. So I'm just like whatever. And then I saw like someone mentioned the Peter Rabbit movie, the rabbit that looked remarkably like that one. And thankfully I bookmarked the tweet with that GIF, so I confirmed it. And there it is. Probably one of the most valuable GIFs in my reactions folder. If we were to put a price on it, I'm sure it would be worth millions. So what do we normally do on this shit? Game news?
I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
You
Really.
want game news?
Yeah.
Nintendo emailed me 3 times telling me that Detective Pikachu is out. 3 times.
They only emailed me once.
So,
because Nintendo of Europe understands. You see.
did you know that Detective Pikachu is out?
Apparently.
I'm not going to buy it.
I probably will at some point.
You're gonna have to tell me.
Morbid curiosity more than anything.
That one cutscene with Charizard with its red eyes was like, I can't. I like the people I can't, and then like that I can't. I saw a tweet that was like, Detective Pikachu is gonna be in Smash, and his final Smash is gonna be taking you to jail.
I would actually find that fucking funny.
I think that Detective Pikachu should be an alternate costume, and he probably
Definitely
is.
at least, yeah.
Because what does Pikachu have? He has a hat. He has. I don't remember. I actually don't at all.
They're mostly just varieties of hats. Like as it went on, like one of the hats became like a headband. He usually has like the hat of whatever the most recent Pokemon game's main trainer is. It's like Smash 4, he had like the X and Y hats.
Like I honestly don't even remember what Pikachu I made. Oh yeah, isn't there pool goggles Pikachu? I think I made that one.
There is a goggles one. Yeah.
I don't like how all those Pikachus are tinted that color though.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Because it's so minor that it doesn't actually make a difference, but it's big enough that it does make a difference, if that makes sense. It doesn't make a functional difference, but when you see it on the character select screen, you're like, I think I might just take normal Pikachu. Because what's worse than normal yellow? Blue tinted
Watch
yellow.
the Nindies. I didn't watch the Nindies thing.
Yep, nor did I. But I did see...
I think I see some of the announcements from it.
Yeah, there was like a screenshot of all the games that they announced, and I think the only game I really recognized or was interested in, maybe both, was West of Loathing. Because I've heard of that one. It's apparently funny. Even if it's stick people and new rounds.
Did anything catch your eye, Neville?
Okay, is there anything we should be interested in, even if we aren't?
I mean, none of them particularly caught my eye. I don't.
What do you think about the term nindies, though?
I like it.
I think it's fine too.
I think it's fun.
There are people who don't like it because it sounds weird, and I can see that.
I know. But usually when people say it, I'm just like, well, you're just enjoy this content.
Coming from Gavin.
Yeah.
Oh god. Now that was close, I didn't want to pick that up. It's like how I say, like, for games like Sunshine, where you don't do it the Nintended way. I think that's a clever little pun on my part.
I don't know about clever, but it's nice.
And then Ninuendo. Now that's a good one.
I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
True classic. Hey! How many puns do you know?
Fuck, I don't know.
I should just do the big splash. Honestly, but...
The big splash.
Sorry, the sideways one, whatever, the long one. That was, like, bad. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
A second snake, of course.
Oh, that was like an indie game title, and I'm like, what?
The second snip.
Infamous.
I have been
second
meaning to like poke through like both like the eShop and like the PSN store and see what little games get added on there that no one else talks about. Because like
There's
some interesting looking shit comes out that no one else seems to notice. Because I don't know, like they weren't big enough, or they're not like a nostalgic platformer, so
or because too many games
can't just write about how, you know, it makes them feel like, oh, I'm really old and hardcore or whatever the fuck.
I think it's because too many games get released.
No, it's if you like, it really isn't, because half the time they just write about Call of Duty again, or Far Cry again, or indie that already has a lot of acclaim again.
Oh, I'm not talking about game journalists.
Well, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about game journalists.
Why-
So that's why they write about
Like
that.
why people can't really get.
I understand that, but that's fine. Like that's not surprising. So I was thinking about it, 'cause I saw like that story about how like that game Blossom Tales like sold 20 times all like made 20 times the amount of money on Switch as it did on Steam.
Wait, Blossom Tales? What?
Yeah, it's called Blossom
I
Tales.
haven't even heard of that one.
It's
Still.
basically Zelda. It's like a 2D Zelda, like almost exactly. It's to the point that it's just, you could just call it like discount if you're feeling generous, or knockoff if you're not.
Which 2D Zelda?
Just any 2D Zelda. I guess Link to the Past, really. Basically any of them.
Zelda 2?
No.
I'm assuming that it's just like when you say 2D Zelda, that one never counts. Like that's implied.
Yeah, no, that one's the odd one out. When you say 2D Zelda, we mean like the style established, but like the first one, Link to the Past, the Game Boy Advance ones.
I'm gonna be honest, when you said 2D Zelda, the only two I thought about were Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. I completely forgot about Link to the Past. It's like, fuck. I'm like, of course. Of course!
Blossom Tales did look nice though, and like it's just kind of, you know, let's take it down there, see what else turns up in these searches.
I mean, you know, Yokai Watch is a Pokemon knockoff, so.
No, like, if you like watch like a trailer for Blossom Tales and then like look at any Link to the Past gameplay, and you're just kind of like, oh, like it's to the point I would call it cheeky. Like it's just like a bit too exact, which is fine. It's not like Nintendo are making more ones like that, but even so, it is just kind of like, that's cheeky.
How old is the painting one?
Link Between Worlds, that was like 3 years ago, I think? 4 now?
That's pretty long. I thought it was like 2 for some reason.
No, that was like mid 3DS. That was mid 3DS.
Once again, my sense of time is actually terrible.
I don't really blame you, because Nintendo haven't really done anything else with the 3DS since, so...
Jeez, so many torpedoes. I'm like, we gotta kill this fucking dude. Oh no, my wall.
Careful, Snake. It's fine.
Oh my god, another one.
Of course, God forbid.
Huh.
Hey.
Oh yeah, did you see the new Shifty Station?
I
Did
didn't know.
we even talk about the Nikes thing?
We like mentioned it briefly, I think.
Like, yep, that's what Splatfests are for. Nikes. I mean, like, at least with...
You can't really sass it because America had like a fucking transport.
I know, but like, that's, you know,
Only Nintendo of Europe remain
a
pure.
movie, you know? Like, it's not like a shoe brand? You
It's a
know?
movie brand. Like, what's the difference, really?
Gavin. This can only go so far. You have
Like, it's like,
surpassed
you know,
the
like
boundary.
weird crony. It's like weird crony, like fucking like top brand advertising either way. You can't just go like, oh, but it's a shoe brand. Like, so what? Like, Transformers is the most vapid movie brand you'll fucking see.
I mean, look, admittedly, I do prefer the questions that everyone can answer. As someone who didn't watch, Autobot robot movie. What's it called again? Transformers.
I literally just said Transformers.
Yeah, that's
Come
it.
on now. And if you ever want the proof, Chris doesn't listen to a word I say.
I mean, didn't I just say it like a minute ago?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I just forgot. But, you know, like, at least with that one, it's like, you know, kind of like, you can Google Autobots, Decepticons, see what they look like, and understand good guys versus bad guys or something. Like,
This one steelhead isn't doing much. Keep going.
like with the shoe brand, you have to research the shoes?
No, you don't. You just go like, is this one like to my like aesthetic taste? By just staring at whatever they show you.
They look the same. It's like,
Well, then you just go fuck it, whatever. Vote for Marina because she's not Pearl.
pretty much, right?
Like that is the life we lead.
Just do it. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I still like it more than Love versus Money though. So, you know, they really fucked up with that one.
Can't understand for love nor money why they do that.
It's high on here, so it's probably the Piers that's closer to. Nope.
Not
Shit!
this
Like a millisecond sooner. Use the one in the middle, but that. Oh, it's gone already, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How did that miss?
Fuck's it. Heavy splatting is a bit of a mess when you're trying to do crowd control. And you have to like hit a group of targets that are clustered around one of these fucking things.
You had to find this fucking thing.
I know.
Oh my god. So it's probably on the other side.
Put the goddamn egg in.
It's near shore, probably. You're near that.
You can get me out right.
Nani?
So it's the one over there. Yeah, we do.
If only I had a good hyper, you know?
Like,
Anything but grenades.
yeah.
Honestly, they should replace it with the... What's that one? The bombs that are the cleaner floors. Why am I forgetting words today?
Curling bomb.
Yeah. But they're not curling. We know they're Roombas.
They can be both, basically.
But yeah, you know, we got totally sidetracked there, but with good reason. That Splatfest is stupid. But the stage has hooks, so you already know it's bad because that was the worst mechanic in single player.
Hooks?
Yeah, you know, like the things you shoot and then you teleport to them.
I like those.
I hate those. Maybe because they're always associated with sniper stages, and the sniper stages are the worst. But it's like with some weapons, like you aren't even going to be able to fucking hit those. Everyone's going to be playing the sniper or something.
You know, well then, adapt.
It's just
You
like
don't necessarily need to use them.
the last Splatfest stage, despite its like subjective flaws, where it was really interesting and unique and cool. And I saw like a close up of the hook, and I'm like, is that a new like asset or something? Kind of like the other thing. No, just hooks. It's like, we're gonna get that soon.
That'll be interesting. I'll break out the elevator for it. Fuck it. Just zoom around the stage, sniping people and then hook shotting away.
Pull out the jet squelcher for that.
Ah, fuck. You can't really do the roller thing.
Yeah, you can.
That roller. Can you? I feel like it would just like sap through your ink so quickly.
I mean, it kind of is. You can see it going down, but
Yeah, but I mean like having to bounce against them so much.
should move it back. Where's the squeaky sealer? Oh, it's probably under me actually.
Yeah, probably. Well, we should, but you know, John there doesn't seem to agree.
Guess I can do this. Oh my god. My flow has been ruined.
Fuck's sake.
It's just
Oh, I'm dead.
It's just weird how like
They just bounced me off and switched to me.
yeah. Where are you?
Down here.
Oh, on, I'm feeling
I felt like, yeah. I'm just,
Bombay. That actually hit. I can't believe that. That looked like a miss and a half.
pretty
Yeah,
well.
grinding rails are like the big advertising point of Splatoon 2, and they are nowhere to be seen. It's very
Yeah, I'm kind of sad they're not in multiplayer at all, because I feel like they'd be fucking fun as hell.
require a little bit of skill, you know.
Fighting people on reels would be rad. Sniping people from reels would be rad.
Now instead we get hooks. Disgusting.
I kind of wonder if the Octo expansion will bring any new like level gimmicks in with it. It's bound to. It has like 80 stages, so it's bound to, right?
I mean, they kind of did. Like, there's that one stage where you have to bounce the ball through the rings, it looked like. And, it's, what was that, like the turning platform? I don't really remember, but it almost definitely is, right? Otherwise, it's not
80 levels, like it's bound to, right?
more unique. One alive already.
Yep.
In my defense, I have a heavy splatter.
In my defense, I have a bucket and was faced with 2 Cohawks and a taxi. So I can only do so much.
Oh, good. Fuck you.
Of course.
2 snipers on both sides now.
Yep.
Can we not do this, dude? Fuck. Well, a lot of eggs are by the basket.
Yeah, working on it as best I can.
Keep it facing over there.
Of course, whatever jackass is being sniped keeps deciding to dance right behind me.
Just get it in! Okay, don't die.
Oh.
Wow, like my controller is vibrating way too much. It's very kind of annoying. Uncomfy. Yeah, I got that Switch Pro controller and I'm kind of mad because like when I move my stick on my controller, there's like this little click sound. It's like really...
Mine only begun making that recently and I was concerned.
Yeah, it's like really minor. This Switch controller is out of the box, completely new. 100% new. It makes a louder clicking noise than the one I have had for a year. It's like, what? I was hoping this would be fixed and that my old controller would be like the Player 2 one.
What is intentional?
Is it? Like,
I don't
it
know.
could be to be like, oh yeah, you moved it this way. Here's how you know. It's like, no, I think I moved it this way.
There's so many fucking flying pieces of shit.
Well, one of them's dead. Oh, the sniper just barely got the top.
Oh, there's 2 snipers, so fuck it. That's just girl. He's not gonna open up before this runs out, is he? No, I got one of them at least. There's so many bosses, holy shit. You did Novell yet?
Yeah, I got another Pro Controller. For multiplayer stuff. More or less.
many bosses.
Oh, we can probably do this. If someone else goes and gets another egg.
One has it, you done it. You found.
Wow,
Just
I actually
barely.
can't believe that.
Jesus.
I was like almost for sure we aren't gonna make it.
Yeah, so was I.
So does your Pro Controller have like white shit around the base of the control stick?
White shit?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It looks like white powder. I don't know where it's
Do you mean like your old one or your new one?
My old one.
Yeah, that's just dirt and like skin cells.
Ew!
You just need to like, you can just clean that up. Like in your earbud, I used to, like from the PS3, it'll get stuck in like the grooves like of the controller's two halves of its shell holding it together. So I would just take like a little tack and just like drag it along and rake it all out.
Let's see here. I hope we don't break this thing.
The Switch, fortunately, is like a lot more. Switch Pro controller is like perfectly sealed, so it'll avoid that much. But to get it around like the control sticks, I would recommend either like very small tack or like probably a wet like earbud. Just like rub that in. Earbud.
What?
Yeah, the stuff you use to clean your ears.
Oh, you're talking about a quality tip.
No,
Yeah, over here, earbuds are the things that I'm wearing in my ears right now.
those are earphones.
Those are not earphones. So some of them do have mics.
It's like headphones but for your ears.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it? I guess they're shaped like buds or some shit. Oh, this is going great.
Yeah.
Partially my fault, but...
I cannot get any sort of charge wind up because they keep coming that close.
Thank God they go in a straight line instead of like slightly deviating.
Yeah, thank God.
I wonder if early on they did deviate. Or if it was just easier to program them in a straight line and they realized, hey, this makes it seem pretty balanced.
It's like the pathfinding is probably just they've come rushing along straight lines on wherever they can get them. Rather than like any intentional, we must make them deviate or not.
What? Okay, we just one got behind me.
Probably one just clipped you, yeah. Oh, they're coming up the other side now, so. Oh my God.
$45? Wait, what?
49. 50. Holy shit.
I don't understand how that happened. I guess it just spawned more or something?
No, we were just really good about like getting all the eggs up near the basket instead of letting them fall over the side.
Well, we gotta win this one.
Is it low tide?
Yeah.
It's low tide.
No, not a flying fucker. Come on. I just think that.
I'm gonna go around here and deal with that sniper ahead of time.
Just made that fence.
What?
No one say
What
fence to me.
problem?
I was watching my friend play Paper Mario. And he's doing a good
Oh, is that what that tweet was about?
Yeah. I mean, like what, last night, or 2 nights ago, I posted a picture of the Chill Out Star Sprite, because I thought that sprite was funny. And then I posted a picture of the fucking lava piranha sprite of it spitting out. Because I was
And it was also like you were talking about like people backseating a game you really like or something like that.
I'm like, I was mad. So mad. I hate backseating.
I just want to move, I swear.
So, yeah, there's a difference between like, giving little tips and hints and writing in all caps, do this, and then repeating it. And like for Paper
Swear
Mario.
to God.
And I'm like,
No, I can't believe we're gonna lose his Nye after that first wave. There's like no room to move or breathe.
Moss, that's the key.
He's done. He's done. He's done it. He's done. He's done.
Yeah, he like charged Goombario for all of the Lava Piranha fight, and then did a multi-bonk, and it started at like 37 damage, and then 36, and then 35. And I'm like, this is why Goombario is straight up the best character in the series. Like, I don't know, can you contest that? Oh, but Lady Bo is sexy or something.
It's like
okay.
I mean, it's like, it's not exactly 4 9s.
See, that's an allusion to RPG numbers. The classic discussion. Hey, there are 2 of them.
Yeah.
No torpedo, no. Oh, I'm butt. God damn it, I'm died. I'm died, though.
I am died.
I'm dead. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna run that this way.
Out of this goddamn room before I die.
You get to use your hyper.
War. I feel like the bucket sometimes just stops registering attacks. Flung at that goddamn taxi like so many times, it just didn't seem to like go orange at all. It just didn't seem to react.
Maybe that's how they nerfed it.
I just need 3 more in.
God damn it.
We've done it. Oh, we've done it.
God.
Oh, sweet mercy. 90.
Is that a high score? I don't know.
I think it might be. It might be like just 2 beneath, I think, at
It
most.
was 93 before.
No idea.
Oh, we're so close to 4. Also, I don't think I ever noticed that,
What?
when you pass by, there's like the little explosion says "got it" inside.
Yeah. Nothing you think you notice after
Yeah, right.
120 rounds of Salmon run.
Alright, so last time we
Yeah.
talked about the DK rap and the Diddy drop rap.
Yeah,
Now you haven't heard the Diddy drop rap.
I have.
Now you have.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
The DK rap's better.
Okay, but like, moving aside the me. Wait, did you read the essay?
No.
You didn't read the essay. I don't think it's a fair assessment yet.
I think it is, because like when you're analyzing a text like these, you care about the bodies of the text and not the opinions surrounding them.
I'll have you know that the body of my text is
No. Your text is irrelevant to the actual quality and or like cultural standing of these things.
cultural. I think that
As a critic,
look,
we must analyze these things on their own terms, not of the culture or opinions surrounding
That's
them.
what I was saying. I think that everybody likes the DK rap more because of all the memes, and not.
No, having heard both of them, I prefer the flow and performance of the DK rap, as I think it's higher quality, just in general. Better music, better performance, better singing.
Wow, you can't say that. It's just one dude.
I can say that.
And
It, and he does it better than the gaggle of
tone.
whatever you can call those. I'm not entirely sure I'd call them voice actors,
Heart and
but
soul. We hate rules voice
I would. There was no heart or soul in that
How the
song.
fuck did they walk past me? Wow, you stupid dickhead. You were one of them.
I was currently being bombed and chased by a snake, so fuck you, frankly.
Wow. This guy not only thinks he's like shit talking the Diddy drop rap.
I am.
I'm at least like the DK rap is great, but the Diddy drop.
Generally, I agree that the DK rap is better. Agree with the general consensus, I suppose.
I would say that the unused version of the DK rap that sings about the coconut gun a lot is better than the Diddy drop rap, but that's not the DK rap.
That is an exterior work created after the original in the image of it, and ergo is irrelevant from this critical discussion.
Play his balloon, just like a balloon.
Like a balloon. That was fucking great though.
I forgot that was the one that she's quick and nimble.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you brought this up, I was like, I finally understand where that comes from.
Yeah, I thought it was from a different one. That's probably one of my favorite parts.
It's pretty good.
After listening to it again, it's like this coconut gun fires in spurts. If it shoots you, it's firing in spurts.
Need this. Yeah, that mall.
Yeah, the DK rap has so many great memes around it. Like, of course, like, even though I think that I don't know. The D drop rap has really good mashups, but DK rap just simply has more of them, so it's like the law of large numbers. I'm pretty sure I'm using that incorrectly.
The law of large numbers.
Isn't that like, there's more of something, there's more likely
I feel like there's like probably like a better or more scientific name for it.
No, I think that's it.
I mean, I've not heard of it. I feel like it should be. Who knows?
Ah, wow, I'm part. Google auto completed it, so it's definitely a thing, and not something that I butchered the.
Oh, you're the only one alive because we all just got destroyed. I'm stuck inside this taxi. Fucking cosmic.
I never thought about it, but someone was like, the D drop rap has like my favorite line leading up to it, and I think that line was it like, hurry up, my footsies are getting cold. And I'm like, I really like that line, yeah.
I can see it.
Fucking K. Rool in that show is the best.
I remember watching that show when I was a kid. Like, I don't even remember like one episode where like Diddy got sick and they had like inject a coconut into him or some shit.
It's all about coconuts.
It's all about coconuts. It was like some sort of coconut, like it was some sort of disease that he like didn't get a shot for because he was afraid of needles. So they needed to make like a special coconut that would have like the vaccine for this disease.
You're not talking about the crystal coconut, are you?
No, it was specifically a regular coconut. Well, it wasn't regular, but it looked like a regular coconut. Not the crystal one. So I remember. Oh wait, no, I remember now. It's because like when he faked it, like he held the coconut up to pretend it was his furry ass, so that I think Cranky would like be like confused and stick it anyway.
You know what?
And then he needed to retrieve the magical vaccine infested coconut so that they could spread its juices into Diddy and then actually heal him.
Cranky is actually really good in that show.
I honestly don't remember.
Did you ever see Crank Shroom Bridge?
For the longest time, I didn't believe that like that show existed. I felt like I just hallucinated this, and then recently when you and everyone else began going all about the songs, like, oh my god, it was real.
The songs are so good though.
I don't even remember any of the songs.
Hold it now, hold it now,
It's like the fact there's a Bomberman anime, which I also saw when I was a kid, and I just thought I was crazy. I was like, that doesn't exist, and then I saw like shots from it, I was like, oh my god, that existed.
You remember the oh god, what is it? The mirror never lies. That's a good one.
What was that?
Like DK gets amnesia, so then the Kremlings convince him that he's a Kremling.
No, like literally the only episode I remember is that needle one I was on about. I don't know why I remember only that one, but I do.
The Kremling pulls up a mirror frame, but it doesn't have a mirror in it. It just imitates all of DK's movements.
That sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
The mirror never lies. Like, surely you've probably like seen at least a snippet of it in a meme sometime in the last 5 years or something.
No, because I like mostly avoid. I mean, I didn't even hear your fucking Diddy rap until
That's
now.
like one. That's like one of the more underground ones. You know.
Underground.
Not many people know about the Diddy.
It's one of those underground raps, man. You know, it's one of those albums no one knows about.
It's one of those hidden gems that you were like talking about on the PSN or whatever.
I'm just like trying to remember like any other shows I moved from when I was a kid. But I don't remember the names of it must exist. I remember like some anime that was like he was like a caveman and his dad got turned into a hammer that he used to fight people.
Not recognize that one at all.
Like I don't know if anyone even does. I was just like I know it existed because I remember watching it and I remember like he would just always beat you. Like the hammer was like the goal was to get his dad turned out of a hammer back to normal. And they would go on like wacky adventures fighting like this recurring group of villains who were basically just Team Rocket. Who wanted to either steal the hammer or steal like little magical animals, I forget. Novell also has never heard the Diddy rap, so there you go.
Yeah, you have to look up the Diddy drop rap. He broke my coconut!
I remember there was a Monster Rancher anime. Then again, I don't think anyone else remembers Monster Rancher at all except me.
I recognize the name, but it's like there's Slime Rancher, there's Monster Hunter, there's Story of Seasons. You know, I'm just like, is it that game? No. Is it that game? No.
No, Monster Rancher as a game was fucking rad. It was a PlayStation 1 game where it was like, you know, monster raise. Like you have a monster, you raise it on a farm to put it in tournaments to fight. You only had one. You like put it like through training exercises or jobs and all that to get money and stats and to make it better at fighting.
The way you changed your tone there.
What?
And the way you said one made me think you were saying there's only one alive. And I fucking freaked out.
But yeah, and like the main conceit of it, like the games, so there's Monster Rancher 1 and 2 on PlayStation 1, was that you could randomly generate monsters by opening like the PlayStation lid, taking the game disc out and putting a CD in. It would then read data off the CD, store that in memory, you put the game disc back in, and then it would like spawn a monster out based on whatever it read.
All of those gimmicks are so fucking stupid.
No, that was fucking rad as hell. I wish more things did it, because that was just amazing. So you get some silly shit.
Stop and swap.
Especially since like
stupid.
No, that is stupid, because I was like, oh, we gotta take the cartridge out and do whatever the fuck for no reason. But this was like using like actual, like another medium that you would have around the house actually to do it instead of like a whole other game. It wasn't like, you need to go back to game 1 and find all this dumb shit that you can bring it to the game 2 for no real reason. It's like, like anything you put in could just produce whatever the fuck. And like some would actually have, if the developers like would actually like put in little cheeky ones, like if you put in Monster Rancher 2, if you put in Metal Gear Solid 1 the game, you would get a slime that had like a bandana and did like actual combat moves and used guns and
I
shit.
think that's just a coincidence.
No, that was very much intentional.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Seems like a coincidence to me.
I mean, it's the only way to get that monster in the game, so.
Well, like, did the developers confirm it?
They didn't have to. You could just, you could just observe it yourself. So.
I have my doubts.
But yeah, Monster Rancher was rad.
It's I don't know why it sounds like you keep saying Monster Hunter. I'm just like,
and you just hear a monster and you just fill in the
I think that might be what's happening here. It's like, what am I doing here? So it's not the Diddy rap, it's the Diddy drop rap.
In this age of digital distribution, you could easily make a digital on the game that's like red Blu-ray shit or whatever on like the PlayStation 4 or something.
But Blu-rays are expensive.
I mean, like, you could just read Blu-ray games then. You have those.
I don't know how much Blu-rays actually are. Is that how much movies?
I mean, like 15 quid for 15 quid for like a brand new movie. And it usually has extras on it and shit.
You know me. I never buy physical.
but then like American prices are actually like, alright, I guess. It's just like a same price either way. Whereas here it's like, you know, you can get the game in a box for like normal price, or you can get it digitally for 1.5 times the price for no actual reason. And usually it doesn't have like pre-order bonuses or any store-specific bonuses as well, so just fuck you.
Don't forget it's wave 3 if you have Hypers.
I do, but I would rather hang on mine until I'm in a panic button situation. Which just is just become immediately because snakes and their hitboxes extend slightly beyond their impressive jaws.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Hey, they ever release Ni no Kuni 1 on the PS4?
No.
Pathetic. Ni no Kuni 2 came out today, I think. I've been seeing it.
Yeah.
And they haven't released the first one. So...
It's almost like there's some sort of studio that they need to get like permission and rights from to re-release it.
That studio shouldn't, they shouldn't even need to. The studio should be like, well, fuck yeah.
Well, no, Studio Ghibli are infamously like very touchy about their properties or any work they do.
Actually, that studio does movies, Gavin.
And did all the animation for Ni no Kuni 1's special animated cutscenes.
I actually didn't know that. Amidst my joke.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like they could, because they did all the animated cutscenes. So on the other, they need to have like, you know, talk over the rights and shit with them. And Studio Ghibli are very infamously very touchy and very hard to work with when it comes to things like that.
They need.
Which is why Ni no Kuni 2 doesn't involve them.
So it's probably worse, right?
I don't know.
Isn't that a Yokai Watch ripoff?
No.
I'll believe it when I see it. I can't believe Ni no Kuni is a Yokai Watch ripoff, which is a Pokemon ripoff, which is a ripoff of real life. Why isn't that like all these like old-timey like people that make legendary things are hated by everyone now?
What?
Well, not hated, but like there's always like some cynicism around them.
Around who?
You know, you're like Studio Ghibli is being a dick and
Well, I mean, like, that's not being cynical around them. That's literally describing what they are and what they do. Studio Ghibli are infamously extremely touchy about their rights and their works.
Yeah, but it's always weird how like these there's always these caveats, because I never know how to properly say that word.
Caveats.
Yeah, but like I can't do that. I'm sorry. Camelots. There are always these camelots to these famous people. Like, you know, there's the classic Miyamoto. Now everyone's turning on Sakurai. You know, it's good reason. That Kirby shit. Actually, I hate it.
I mean, people always whinge though at Sakurai because he put tripping in not real fighting game. It's like you're playing a party game for children.
Every Smash game that isn't melee is brawl. I don't know what that means. My solid said.
It basically means that if they're not melee, they're shit. Because, you know, melee is the only good one because we use broken controllers and steal everyone's CRTs. The Smash Melee community is trash, by the way. But yeah, like, I mean, in a lot of cases, that's because those caveats are worth mentioning. Like, Studio Ghibli, they do fantastic work and all, but they can be pricks to work with.
Hey, you know what? That reminds me. Said the word wrong. Arlo released a new Paper Mario video, and I'm like, oh, he's doing this Paper Mario stuff again. You know, that's how I found him, and I liked it.
Who's this?
Arlo's, you know, the blue puppet guy.
Oh, okay.
He made that video that's like the problem with Paper Mario.
He's the guy who just keeps making Nintendo only videos because I don't know. He's like
pretty much
only plays Nintendo games.
But he made a new Paper Mario video, and I like how he did it because it's like. He was describing Sticker Star's like design process, because the whole point of the video is like, is there hope for Paper Mario? And it's like, you know, Miyamoto came in, the Dark Wizard, and he told everyone to, you know, like make only toads, remove all battle incentives, all that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, actually, you know, there's this guy in the Paper Mario series, I forget his name, who's really actually been doing most of this stuff. And I'm like,
except the developers said Miyamoto did it in their actual interviews.
Look, I don't know the details, but
I know the details because
nice.
they actually, in various interviews, like from like, you know, like the old Iwata asks to interviews with magazines and publications and all, they openly state that Miyamoto was the one who enforced these changes. Miyamoto didn't want a story. Miyamoto didn't want any like original characters, Toads only. Miyamoto said there's no point to having this shit, that other shit, and all this. Like I said, there's no point to having like experience points or RPG systems in this RPG series.
Okay.
Like he said all this, he mandated all this.
Okay, well, this throws out every other point I was gonna make, I guess. Fuck you. You had to keep your mouth shut.
You gotta know the facts, man. Because it's like either you finish and then I just break it all down. And you're like, well, that's the like, last 5 minutes wasted, or
it's not 5 minutes wasted.
whatever.
He's like, you know, things are changing during the Switch. There's hope, and I'm like, maybe. Because while I like the, you know, I'm fine with new Paper Mario. It's like if I was given the option, like Nintendo came to me and said, "Do you want like the old games or the new games?" I would pick the old games in a heartbeat still.
Because the old games are really good.
Even if I like the new games, regardless, I'd probably be like, even if everyone hates the paper shit, put the paper shit in too. Because it's good. It's funny. You make a steak in Color Splash in like the most creative way. I love that game.
Like, before you like leave Splatoon 2, like, you know the level hub, like the shop hub. I mean,
What? Yeah, the shops are out of order. We know this.
no. Like, go to like behind like the food van, like in the corner where there's like this cross lights, like these street lights crossing, you know, whatever, and like stand underneath it and look up at one of the wires connected to the street post. Do you see that?
Want a gun?
Yeah. What the fuck?
What is that? Why is that there? What is that?
I don't know. I just always go to this corner that I fuck up right at the end of these, and I just happen to look up and I was like, what the fuck?
Took a picture of that. It's a coconut gun. Alright.
Alright, I'll be that.
That's Splatoon 2. On the battle block. Yes, hey.
Yeah. Stream off, change shit, and I'll be back on.